doing. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have as a freeholder, is that so many of our accomplishments are overlooked because people don't even know what we're doing in the county. But these are very valuable services that we're providing, and we are doing everything that we can to market so that we can let people know the services that are available to them.
Anybody else want this? Ken?
I think that it's nice to know that this has already been put into the budget, and it's going to be, it seems like it's going to become a reality. What I would suggest is that the meetings on the road would just be kept in one singular location, which is One Bergen Plaza, because it becomes a logistical nightmare, not only for the freeholders, the staff that needs to coordinate around that. I don't know how much is expended in these efforts, but by having one singular location, it reduces confusion out for the community. They have the single spot to go to, and I would be in favor of televising.
Anything else? Okay.
Our staff has been amazing and does these at no cost, and it does bring this service into people's communities. It is wonderful to have that feedback, and we do give plenty of notice to make sure that individuals are aware of where our meetings are going to be. We meet every week. We have a work session. Every other week we have a public session, but having that opportunity is really terrific.
I just want to add one thing to this discussion. The work sessions in the afternoon at 4:30 on Wednesday afternoon is where this freeholder board really works. It hears things, it debates things, it decides on every contract and every expenditure. And that actually is where the real action is. And if you actually want to check that out, go to the Bergen Grassroots discussion of that in preparation for this forum. A little advertising. Does anybody else want this question, or should we go on? I think we need to hurry on if we can, but okay. What is the most important thing the Freeholder Board can do in the next several years to increase resident job opportunities? Don't forget, we're still down. We're still bearing high unemployment rates. What about Bergen Community College? Is it doing it right? Are we doing enough? Are we doing too much in respect of the American Dream Project? Who has that question?
I do. Thank you. Well, one of the most important things we can do to increase job opportunities in the county is to engage our young people into more vocational schools, more apprenticeship training, more on-the-job training for people who are not able to go to college. We also need to move the Bergen Light Rail so people can move in and out of Bergen County and still go to work wherever they choose. These are some of the things that we really need to address. But we really need to focus on our young people. We need to focus on giving people an opportunity to go to work. And with me, with my experience as a union president and having dealings with apprenticeships, I am proud to say that our local union partners with the vocational schools. We take their applicants, we review their applicants, and these are what's going to put people to work. We need to put people to work. We need to help people make a living. And the way we're going to do that is to educate them and to train them. And that is, to me, is the most important issue going forward in Bergen County. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking at this from the supply side isn't the solution to the problem. You can create all the training programs you want, but if nobody makes a job available to them, they're going to be sitting with an education that's unusable. The answer to this solution is on the demand side. We need to reduce taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, tax rates in this county are the third highest in the nation. We have everything from mom and pop shops going out of business to international corporations. Mercedes-Benz went out of business, or not out of business, they moved out of this county because they were spending nearly $1 million a year in local taxes. We need to reduce the tax situation to create the jobs. Reduce the taxes for everyone. The jobs will come back, and then we can train them, get them to work. Thank you.
I worked for Bank of America, Ford Motor Company, and Citibank. And when I recruited at colleges, the first thing that I would look for is, what's the training or what's the discussion that you're having in your career services office to prepare you to speak to someone like me. So a lot of times I was talking with the career services officer and saying, you really need to talk to corporate recruiters so that they could teach you what are companies looking for from your graduates, from your students. So that's what I would work on. I would work on getting the corporations in Bergen County to go and partner with these colleges in Bergen County and tell them what it is that it's going to take for them to hire our students when they graduate. Because as Peter said, it's not about just fixing Bergen Community College, it's about working with the corporations to hire students when they graduate.
Anybody else want this? Tracy?
That is occurring already. The Workforce Investment Board is doing a wonderful job and establishing, we have a one-stop career center that does retrain individuals. It does reach out to businesses like Crestron and say, what skills do you need? And then Bergen Community College does react and respond by putting forward training programs. Is this more that we need to do as far as that? Absolutely. We absolutely need more apprenticeship programs and more communication with our business communities so that we can meet the needs. But one of our biggest assets is our highly trained workforce. This is one of the reasons why Bergen County is a wonderful place to do business. But I think Tom's also right. We need to be doing more on the transportation front, making our infrastructure more accommodated to business, making sure that New Jersey Transit is not just talking about how we get people out of Bergen County, but how we get them around Bergen County. These are the conversations that we need to be having as a Freeholder Board. We do have wonderful resources. We do need to get more information out about our Small Business Development Center and other resources that we have that incubate small business. But there are things that we are already in the process of working on.
John?
Thank you. I'm going to agree with Peter that it's part of the problem is a demand side problem, and that of course is that property taxes are just too high here in Bergen County. But I would go on to say though that there's a combination of things that we can do. Yes, we must reduce our property taxes because it helps job growth and business development and business retention. On the other side, I've had many conversations with Bergen Community College and Chambers of Commerce across Bergen County about the idea of partnering to make sure that the students are well trained and to get into the workforce. That's something that we all, I think, should be working on to make sure that our kids that are coming out of college, even after a 2-year degree, are gainfully employed. And certainly, let's lower those taxes to keep the businesses that we have.
Anybody else want to? I think, let me ask a question, both of this group here, but also of this crowd here. Will you give us an extra 10 minutes to go to 7:40 this afternoon? To 8:40 this afternoon? Will you give us an additional 10 minutes? I'd like to have a couple more questions of this sort, because I think this is a pretty good pattern going up here. But we promised you ought to get out of here by 8:30. Can you give us 10 minutes? Anybody against 10 minutes? Okay, we'll go.
How about from the audience? All right.
As part of the 2015, who has number 6? Yeah, you did get a chance.
And with regards to Bergen Community College, it is a place for those that maybe cannot afford a four-year university to go and get to start their college experience. I believe that it's a valuable item for Bergen County. I myself took a couple of classes when I was in my college days just to offset some core curriculum classes. The thing that we need to take a look at the community college is the administration side and the expense side of it. How much is being supplemented by the county, and what can we do to make that facility self-sufficient in order for it to last for the long haul?
Thank you. I work for a company, one of the largest watch companies in the world. We've been in Bergen County. I've worked there 27 years. All 27 years I've been in Bergen County. One of the largest complaints that we get is transportation. Like a few of my colleagues up here had mentioned, we need to improve transportation all around Bergen County. We need to extend the light rail. We need to be able to bring people in. Another problem we have is we have a lot of outdated buildings. These buildings need to be retrofitted, they need to be upgraded so that we can get the tech companies into Bergen County so that it'll offer our kids the jobs that they're getting trained for. They go to our schools, they get trained in technology and have to leave Bergen County and leave the state of New Jersey to go into Manhattan for jobs. We need to give them jobs where they can get to them here and have these companies move into Bergen County. Just one quick thing is that under the Republican-controlled board, they cut the work enforcement board by 90%. Since we've had control, we've now bolstered that back up, and we've realigned a few of the departments so that they're working a little bit more efficiently. Thank you.
Freeholders this year have voted for a series of bond ordinances to cover significant overruns for the county's new justice center and DPW facilities. Are you satisfied with the overrun explanations? This building project doesn't include LEED certification for green construction and sustainability, although all federal facilities are required to do so. Freeholders did discuss LEEDs in 2013. Should freeholders do more to assure cost effectiveness on project forecasting? Should freeholders pass an ordinance requiring LEED certification for the future county building projects? 1 minute apiece. Steve?
I'll start this one. First of all, there was a lot of speculation that the Justice Center was over budget earlier in the year. That was cleared up. The problem was there was not enough money bonded for the DPW building. The building was a poor design, had no construction manager, so there's been some things that had to be fixed. We needed to seal the cement floor. The whole garage was a cement floor. They're going to have vehicles in there parked that would be leaking. We needed to make sure that that building was going to last. We don't want to spend the money on the building and not have it last. So not enough money was spent. We needed to deal with the access road, design flaws. The Freeholder board was never really informed properly on how that building was being constructed.